Good morning, ma. 10 members. Ma. Good morning to everyone. K. Vishnuvardhan, fever. Fever వచ్చింది. Weather change అయింది కదా బెట్ట అందుకని. It's not COVID-19.
అదే లో కొంచెం చేంజ్
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you. Who is this? Sairam J. మీ క్లాస్ చేసి క్లాస్ చెప్పి ఇప్పుడు రెస్ట్ తీసుకోవాలి.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ మ్యామ్.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్. హర్షవర్ధన్ కదా అవును.
సిహెచ్ అనిల్ మేడం.
హర్షవర్ధన్ రెడ్డి జంగా.
సిహెచ్ అనిల్.
ఓ రైట్ రైట్. నిన్న
సిహెచ్ అనిల్.
చర్లపల్లి.
ఎస్ మేడం.
నిన్న నీ పేరు వినగా నాకు జ్వరం వచ్చేసింది ఈరోజు. నేనేమన్నా ఇట్లా అంటే ఫీల్ అవ్వకూడదు.
మేడం అస్సలు నాకు ఇట్లా అంటేనే మంచిగా
మేడం. రూపకంటుల
సంగమే. 2 years బ్యాక్ కూడా ఒక స్టూడెంట్ ఉండేవాడు సంగమేష్. You are Sangamesh? Are you Sangamesh? No. Okay. 18 members వచ్చారు. అమ్మా ఎగ్జామ్ 14th ఉంది కదా.
నన్ను హెసుతోనా ఇకే సంగమేష్.
No, okay, I'm going to mute all of you. Are you able to see the board? Yes.
Start అయింది.
Start అయింది.
3 నంబర్
మళ్ళీ లోకేష్.
ఎందుకు నాకు ఏం
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్.
Good morning. Okay. Notes పంపించానా? I send the notes out to all of you.
ఎస్ మేడం.
Go through it. Exam 14 కి ఉన్నట్టుందన్నా.
What ma'am? Yes ma'am. Exam on 14th only ma'am.
14th only. Okay. You go to the notes and please listen it and follow the some. You'll get some question numbers to do schedule. I think you must do that. ఈ క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయింది.
ఇది ఇస్తుండు అయ్యా.
హలో మ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాం.
వాడు వస్తుంది చూసాను.
ఫీవర్ వచ్చింది అందుకే గుర్తుగా ఉండట్లేదు మ్యూట్ చేయడం.
ఏకేం దొరికింది తాంపాస్
మేడం మేడం కొంచెం ఆగండి మేడం.
మంచిగా
మంచి జరగల. ప్లీజ్ బీ క్వైట్. గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ మ్యామ్ సంగమేష్. థ్యాంక్ యూ టు ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ. 33 మెంబర్స్ వచ్చారు. నిన్న 79 వచ్చారు. ఐ వాజ్ సో హ్యాపీ. దెబ్బకి జ్వరం వచ్చింది. Okay. So in the last classes we learned that differentiating electron, last electron, and one more thing, the last electron may be present in the last orbit or maybe in the penultimate shell or maybe in the antipenultimate shell. And I told that the last orbit is known as outermost shell or ultimate shell. So andarki telusu, everyone knows that the last electron of an element is differentiating electron, and you may think that that electron be in last orbit. No, this is true. Listen all of you. It is true only in case of SNP block elements. SNP block elements విషయంలోనే వాటి యొక్క లాస్ట్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ లాస్ట్ ఆర్బిట్ లో ఉంటుంది. బట్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ D block elements and F block elements, it is not true. In case of D block elements, the last electron, the differentiating electron will be in penultimate shell. n-1d. And next, in the case of F block elements, the last electron, differentiating electron, will be in a n-2 anti-penultimate shell. So don't get confused that always the last electron present in the last orbit. Understand? It is a very good question. Vintunara? Manchi question. Nenu cheppindi. All of you note this point. It's not, all of you note down this question, this line. Mana material lo ee question నాకు ఎక్కడ దొరకలేదు. But when I'm teaching and when I prepare question paper na, I definitely give this. Okay? నేను ఖచ్చితంగా ఈ పాయింట్ ఇస్తాను నేను. వింటున్నారమ్మా? Because we follow different types of books. So please note down this point. It is not condition. All of you note down. It is not condition. Harshavardhan, note chesko. Harshavardhan, note chesko. Mallagari Harshavardhan. It is not condition that differentiating electron to be present in outermost shell. To be present in outermost shell. Because in D block elements. Good morning, Anil Kumar Gaini. Because in D block elements, differentiating electron present in penultimate shell. Penultimate shell. And in F block elements. Anti-penultimate shell. Repeating. And in F block elements, anti-penultimate shell, n-2. So, I'll repeat once again. It is not condition that differentiating electron to be present in outermost shell. May be present in penultimate shell and anti-penultimate shell. So, in the case of D block, in n-1 penultimate shell, and in the case of F block elements, anti-penultimate shell. So, we have seen yesterday up to S PDF blocks. Fatafat now we'll complete the transition elements also. See all of you here. So, any element having its last electron, differentiating electron in the S sublevel is called S block. Now, from here only, you're going to get a type of elements. Listen, all of you. So, how many electrons can be placed in S sublevel or S orbital? Only 2. Therefore, the configuration is NS122. ఇప్పుడు అయిపోతుంది తొందరగా 2 groups. Then P, after filling of NS, you're going to fill P. So, the filled completely is NS2. After this, NP 1 to 6. P block. 6 groups. As I told yesterday. Then here you already fill the NS2. Then after that, the differentiating electron in D block enters in the D sublevel, which is n-1 penultimate shell. 10 groups are there, and all the groups are what? B type. 3b to 1 3b2, 2b you find. See the periodic table. So how many electrons can accommodate in a D sublevel? 10. Therefore 1 to 10. Then here Ns is not 2 for sake of convenience and stability. మనం ఎలాగైతే మనం హ్యాపీగా సేఫ్ గా ఉండడానికి కొన్ని రూల్స్ బ్రేక్ చేస్తామో అలాగే ఇక్కడ ఎలిమెంట్స్ కూడా హియర్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఆల్సో sometimes break the rule, and that rule is what? Above principle, and follow the Hund's rule. So if it is any element like chromium, molybdenum, tungsten, if they have n-1 d4, then they take one electron from Ns and becomes n-1 d5. Half filled is more stable, and in that case ns1. So therefore, like that copper, silver, gold also, if they have d9 configuration, they take one electron from ns and become 10 d10, which is completely filled, more stable. So they break the above principle, but they follow the Hund's rule, therefore happy, stable. So the d block elements configuration is what? n-1 d 1 to 10 and ns 1 to 2. And next f block. Here after filling of ns2, then you have to put only one electron filled in n-1 according to our principle. So this is 1. Then all the f block elements have their differentiating electron in the n-2 anti-penultimate shell, F sublevel, and F can accommodate 14 electrons, 1 to 14. And as I told that F sublevel can accommodate 14 electrons. Many of people giving 14, 10 like that. Very good. So n-2 F 14. If F is having 14 electrons, completely filled, more stable. But what happens if F sublevel is having 13 electrons? 13 means it is no more. It is not half filled or completely filled. That means it is unstable. In that case, this n-1d electron, this one electron goes into the F sublevel, and this will become completely filled. Therefore, stability achieved, and this n-1d become 0. Hence, we can write as n-2f 1 to 14, n-1d 0 to 1, ns2. So these are the electronic configuration of SPDF blocks. And I told that all the F block elements present in a 3B group, that is largest, longest, fattest. Okay, Vinayakul lanti group idi. Remember, chala Adnan Sami oka time lo undedi, ala undedi pedda group idi, because it contains the 32 elements. 32 elements. Okay, so listen one more thing. S and P block elements and D block elements, when you separate, the first set is A type, second set is P type. Now, as I told in many classes, the whole periodic table contains only 11 gases and only 2 liquids. So one liquid present in P block, that is bromine, whose atomic number is 35. Then any sal cheptunnanu monachindi kuda question. Bromine is liquid, that is P block, and only one metal which is liquid, that is mercury, present in D block, whose atomic number is 80. Adi kuda vachindi question evaru vesaru 80. I told you to see this too. And next, now one more thing. Remember, all the D and F block elements are metals. Remember, all the D and F block elements are metals, and the properties of D block elements, properties of D block elements and the properties of F block elements will be same. Means they form color compounds, they form alloys, they used as a catalyst. They form complexes. Complex means what? The word meaning complex means difficult. So chemistry deals with what? Chemical bond formations. And everyone knows types of bonds. How many bonds? Give me answer, anyone, please. Because it is very good question. 2 types, very good. Okay, I like. There are only 2 types of bonds. I have seen so many people, even teachers also teaching that there are 3 types of bonds, 4 types of bonds. Only 2 types of bonds are there. 2 types of bonds. One is electrostatic, electrovalence. Electrostatic or electrovalence, where attraction between the charges. Attraction between the opposite charges. And second is sharing of electrons. Sharing of electrons. So, in primary level, attraction between charges, opposite charges, very strong ionic bond. And sharing of electron, I give 1 electron, you give 1 electron, equally shares. నువ్వు ఒక ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఇస్తావు, నేను ఒక ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఇస్తాను, ఇద్దరు సమానంగా పంచుకుందాము, కోవలెంట్ బాండ్. ఈక్వల్ షేరింగ్, ఈక్వల్ డొనేషన్, షేరింగ్ అండ్ ఈక్వల్ డొనేషన్, కోవలెంట్. Special case, weak charges, weak attraction, hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding. Next, only I give electron pair, you are sharing with me. Okare donor, but both are sharing coordinate covalent bond. So basically only 2 types of bonds. One is ionic, second is covalent. So in case of D and F block elements, listen all of you. The D block elements except zinc, cadmium and mercury. D block elements except zinc, cadmium, mercury. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్తుంటే ఆశ్చర్యపోకూడదు. D block contain 10 groups. 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 7B. 8th B contain 3 columns. Then 1B, 2B. In 2B, vertically you find zinc, cadmium, mercury. 30, 48, 80 atomic numbers as you move down. Okay, these 3 elements are not transition. They are just D block. Okay, till date ee rojiki periodic table lo konni boothulu unnai ante demerits, drawbacks. That is their position is not exactly kept. Ante future lo manam untamo ledo teliyadu, లేదా మన మనవళ్ళు వస్తారు, మన మనవరాళ్ళు వస్తారు, వాళ్ళు వచ్చినప్పుడు కొత్త పీరియాడిక్ టేబుల్ నేర్చుకుంటారు. అప్పుడు గౌరవంగా జింక్, కాడ్మియం, మర్క్యూరీ కూడా ఒక ప్లేస్ ఇస్తారు. ఓకే, so till date zinc, cadmium, mercury properties are what studied along with the transition elements, but they are not transition. So remember, all the D block elements are called transition elements. Why? As I told in previous class, any D block element having at least one unpaired electron, they show movement of electrons. The movement of electron from one energy level to another is called transition. Transition means change. Transition ante change. So if it is any element having at least one electron, kanisam okka electron unnatuvanti D block element em chestundante adi unna chota undakunda emavutundante tirugutu untundi, atu pakka itu pakka tirugutu untundi, a orbital e orbital a level tirugutuntundi. Combustion eberta avara type. So it moves. So when it is moving, it absorbs. ఎందుకంటే ఖాళీగా కూర్చోవడానికైనా ఎనర్జీ కావాలి, పని చేయడానికైనా ఎనర్జీ కావాలి. As everyone knows, to walk, run, speak, anything, do some work, you need kinetic energy. Like that, to sleep, to sit on the floor, you need some energy. What is that? Potential energy. So if it is any D block element is having at least one unpaired electron, it won't be quite. What happens? It will shift from one level to another level. One level to another level. This is called DD transition. From one D orbital to another D orbital. So for that, it will take some energy. From where? From our surrounding light. So what is our surrounding light? White light. Okay. In our surrounding, what is the light? White light. It is a mixture of 7 colors, VIBGYOR, rainbow colors. So the white color is mixture of 7 colors. So out of these 7 colors, light wavelength, this D electron will absorb any of the wavelength, light and change from one d orbital to another d orbital and shows complementary color. So thus, listen all of you, everything is written in notes. You can easily learn it. Need not to worry. Listen me. After this, see the notes. Harshvardhan. Okay. So see what happens out of any 1 7 color. It will take absorb one energy and shift from one d orbital to another d orbital. The change in position is called transition. So because of this reason, they exhibit a color. And as I told, any element having or any ion having at least one unpaired electron will act as magnet. So the transition elements have special property, 3 properties mainly. One is due to presence of unpaired electron show colors. Second is act as magnet, paramagnetic property. The second is they show more than one oxidation state. If you take alkali metals means 1A group shows only +1 oxidation state, 1. Second group 2A shows +2. You find calcium +2, magnesium +2, strontium +2, but you never find calcium +1, calcium +3. Impossible. Sodium always Na +1, potassium +1, lithium +1. But if you put lithium +2, sodium +2, sodium +3, potassium +2, potassium +3, potassium +4, impossible. Then you will get a Nobel Prize. It is impossible because for S and P block elements, they have a fixed number of electrons in their outermost shell, and these electrons only, the outermost shell electrons only participate. But in case of D and F block elements, along with the NS, N is what? Outermost level. Along with the outermost level, they have penultimate shell electrons and anti-penultimate shell electrons. So in case of D and F block elements, they try to lose electrons from NS level, N-1D level and N-2 level. So means the loss of electrons are more chances. Therefore, they exhibit more than one oxidation state. Oxidation state means simply charge. Oxidation state means a charge. So any element which shows more than one oxidation state is called variable oxidation states. Variable means changing. ఎందుకు చేంజ్ అవుతుంది? ఎవరైనా ఎందుకు చేంజ్ అవుతారు? మనుషులు ఎందుకు మారుతారు? వాడు హ్యాపీగా ఉండాలి. ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఏం చేస్తాడు? మనిషి తప్పించుకొని ట్రై చేస్తాడు. ఎందుకంటే హ్యాపీగా ఉండాలి, సేఫ్ గా ఉండాలి. In the same way, when element is showing certain oxidation state, but if it is having problem with that, it will try to get set with that problem. So it will lose one more electron or it may gain electron then to achieve stable oxidation state. So D and F block elements shows variable oxidation state, and because of this reason only all the D block elements are called transition elements. And if you see the periodic table, which I have given a diagram for blocks with a green dot I have given, the F block elements are placed between two transition elements or two D block elements. Since the F block elements are placed in between two transition elements and they have same, F block elements have same property as DR transition elements, therefore called as inner transition elements, because they are present inside the transition elements. So in F block you have two series, 4F series, 5F series. Why 4F? The elements which come after lanthanum, which are called as lanthanides, their differentiating electron present in 4F subshell. F can have only 14 electrons, 4F contain 14 elements, and these are cerium to lutetium, 58 to 71. You just remember atomic number, cerium to lutetium. Oka chinna mantram, Om Namah Shivaya laga. Okay, 4F series elements lanthanides, since coming after lanthanum. Lanthanum is D block but not F block. And lanthanides are cerium to lutetium. Atomic number 58 to 71. And next 5F series called as actinides. Called as actinides because come after actinum. And these elements are thorium to lawrencium. Thorium to lawrencium. Atomic number 9090. 9090. 90 to 103. What is that? Lawrencium. In my degree, first year, my mom told thorium, the name thorium. Why? In Greece, okay? In Greece, okay? In Greece, that is Greek language. In Greece, they, like us, they will not do puja or praise the lords by name, Venkatesha, Ganesha, Shiva, like that. They praise or they pray to the nature. So, thorium is coming from the word Thorus. 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 Thorus means a goddess of war. Yuddha Devata. Yuddham. Okay, Bahubali Yuddha చూడండి మగధీర బాహుబలి యుద్ధాలు చేస్తారు చూడండి. సో యుద్ధం చేసే ముందు ఒక దేవతకి వాళ్ళు పూజ చేస్తారు. In the same way, in Greece, they were praise or prayed a goddess of war. Her name is what? Thorus. So thorium is used in nuclear reactors. Nuclear reactor for atomic energy, bomb energy. So therefore, its name is after the goddess of what? Thorus. So what is the first element in the actinides? Thorium. And for this, madam told one story. What is that? Thorium from the goddess name Thorus. Okay? గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. And the elements are 90, 90 to 103. Thorium to lawrencium. Okay? ఇప్పుడు, so these are the SPDF blocks. Now when you come to the types, see here, types, these types are based on one second electronic configuration. ikkada vinandi andaru, all of you listen. Here in our material or in a other material, I did not see this question, but you can make one question that there are 3 types of classification of elements, division of elements based on electronic configuration. There are 3 types of classifications based on electronic configuration. The one is modern periodic table, everyone knows. The one is modern periodic table based on electronic configuration. Because madam chapter start avak munde cheptundi, the modern periodic table is bar graph of above principle. Yes sir? Chapter రాకముందే వస్తుంద్రా బాబు అని చెప్పాను. The modern periodic table is what? Arrangement of electrons in energy levels, increasing order of energy levels above principle. So modern periodic table is based on electronic configuration. The second is SPDF block. So S block, if any element having its last electron in the S sublevel, S block. If any element having its last electron or differentiating electron in n-1d level is called D block. So it is based on electronic configuration. Then one more is that types of elements. Type means rakarakalu telugulo, tara tareke. So simply you can take reactive, non-reactive. Reactive, non-reactive. Chemistry means what? Chemical reactions. Chemistry means reactions. That is breaking of bond, formation of bond. During a reaction, the reactant convert into product. Actually reaction क्यों होता भैया? ఎందుకు reaction జరుగుతుంది? పని పాట లేదా reactants కి? కదా? ఎందుకు reaction జరుగుతుంది? పని పాట లేదా? ఉంది. ఎందుకనంటే మేబీ ఆ రియాక్టెంట్ స్టేట్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు దానికి ఎనర్జీ ఎక్కువ ఉండొచ్చు, సంతోషంగా లేనదేమో అది. ఎనీ సిస్టమ్, ఎనీ మాలిక్యూల్, ఎనీ కంపౌండ్ హ్యావింగ్ మోర్ ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ అన్స్టేబుల్. అంటే దాంట్లో ఉన్న బాండ్స్ దానికి ఏమవుతుందనంటే ఇరిటేటింగ్ గా ఉన్నాయి, డిఫికల్టీ గా ఉన్నాయి, బికాస్ దే ఆర్ మోర్ ఎనర్జెటిక్, మోర్ వైబ్రేషన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్, సమ్ డిఫరెంట్. ఇప్పుడు మనిషి బాగా అన్స్టేబుల్ అయిపోయాడు అనుకోండి, ఫిట్స్ వస్తాయి అనుకోండి, ఫిట్స్ వస్తే మనిషి హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నట్ట లేదు. సో అలాగే వెన్ ఎ రియాక్షన్ టేక్స్ ప్లేస్ ఇన్ ద రియాక్టెంట్స్ మేబీ సమ్ ఫిట్స్, సిజర్స్ లైక్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఇస్ దేర్. సో ఇట్ vibrates and gives a stable product. So here everything takes place to achieve stability. So what happens? Maybe in the reactants the bonds are not happy, unstable, and they try to convert into product. The product may have minimum energy with a stable bonds. So everything takes place to their own happiness. నువ్వు కానీ మాట రాని కంపౌండ్ కానీ ఏదైనా సరే అందరికి ఏం కావాలి? హ్యాపీనెస్ కావాలి, సంతోషం కావాలి. ఓకేనా? దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ నేచర్ ఆఫ్ లా. నేచర్ ఆఫ్ లా యాజ్ యు లెర్న్ ఇన్ డార్విన్ సెలక్షన్. చదివారా బయాలజీలో? ఈ సృష్టిలో ఏం జరిగినా సంతోషం కోసం జరుగుతుంది. ప్రతి మనిషి మంచి చేసినా చెడు చేసినా సంతోషంగా హ్యాపీగా ఉండడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాడు. సో ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే రియాక్షన్ టేక్స్ ప్లేస్ టు గెట్ stabilization. And what is reaction? Breaking of old bonds, formation of new bonds. చెప్పి 20 years నుంచి నోరు అరిగిపోతుంది. Chemistry means breaking of old bonds, formation of new bonds. And what is bond? Bond means two electrons. అనుకో నువ్వు నేను బాండ్ లో ఉన్నాం, నేను ఒక ఎలిమెంట్ నువ్వు ఒక ఎలిమెంట్, నువ్వు నేను బాండ్ లో ఉన్నాం అంటే నువ్వు ఒక ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఇస్తావు, నేను ఒక ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఇస్తాను, ఇద్దరు సమానంగా పంచుకుంటే కోవలెంట్ బాండ్. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో బాండ్ మీన్స్ two electrons. Bond means two electron. When two elements like me and you are in bonding, means we are sharing our electrons equally. If we don't share equally, fighting starts, jagada, problems comes. So in that case the bond breaks. Okay, bond breaks, then this will convert into a new compound. So chemistry means breaking of old bonds, formation of new bonds, and it is involved by what? Electrons. Okay, so when it is involved in terms of electrons, then how you get stability by means of electrons? There is a Dhammaka rule. What is that Dhammaka rule? Octet rule. Yes or not? There is a rule called octet rule. According to octet rule, every element in its outermost level, they try to get how many electrons? 8 electrons. So in every element in its outermost shell try to get how many electrons? 8 electrons. So it was proposed by Newland, and theoretically when the bonds are formed, bonds were explained, it is explained in Kozal-Lewis theory that except noble gases, that is 18th vertical column, 11వ column. Okay, sorry, 18 means 11th, 8, sorry, what is that? 18. Okay, when you see the modern periodic table, left to right, the last column, 18th vertical column, is made up of noble gases. Noble means they are happy with their 8 electrons except helium, as they have 8 electrons in their outermost level, as they have 8 electrons in their outermost level. Noble, they never disturb any element to give electron, take electron, don't participate in reaction, inert. Noble, because they have 8 electrons and their configuration is NS2 NP6. NS2 NP6 except helium. Helium problem is different. Why? Because according to principal quantum number, the maximum number of electrons in the given orbit is 2n square. So first orbit 1, 2 into 1 square, 2 electron, happy with 2 electrons. So other than this 18th vertical column, noble gases, all elements do not have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So they try to get octet configuration. In this scenario, they try to lose electron and try to gain electron. And when they lose electron, they get positive charge. And any element having tendency to lose electron and get positive charge called as metal is called metal or electropositive element. So second is water. So like that 4 types are there. S block elements except hydrogen and helium. All are metals and electropositive. And all the D and F block elements are what? Metals and electropositive. Means you find non-metals in P block. In P block. So any element having incomplete octet, they lose or gain electrons. Lose or gain electron and they give you a chance. Nico chances nahi. Other than 18 vertical column. Now, noble gases, they don't have octet configuration. So they try to get stability by gaining of electron or by losing of electron or by sharing of electron. They will explain you that, Arey chudra bhaiya, how ionic bond is formed. When I lose electron, I become cation. When I lose an electron, gain electron, I become anion. The attraction between cation and anion is ionic bond. If the two elements share their electrons, covalent bond. So other than zero group, other than noble gases, remaining all elements, they represent chemistry. They represent chemistry, chemical bond formation, how takes place. Hence, other than noble gases, the S and P block elements, only from S and P block. Now, noble gases comes in where? P block. So remove one group, that is 1. Now, S is 2 groups, P is 6 groups. So total how many beta? 8. 8 minus 1? 7. So remember, 7 groups are present in representative elements. They represent chemistry. And what are these elements? S and P block elements except 0 group, except 8 group. Therefore, their electronic configuration is what? NS1 to 2. When you use NS1 to 2, 1A and 2A S block. And NP here, when NS1, NP0, 1A group. NS2, NP0, 2A group. Then when you complete NS2, then what comes here? 1, 2, 6. But when I write 6, noble gas. You should not use noble gas. Therefore, here up to 5 only and 0 to 5. So this is the configuration of representative elements. Because they have incomplete octet, therefore they exhibit different chemical bond formations, chemical reactions. They represent chemistry. Chemistry ante idra bhaiya choose kabatti, but nemantamu representative elements. And all the D and F block elements, same property as we learn in blocks. And D block elements are transition elements and F block elements are inner transition elements with same electronic configuration. Need not to worry at all. So one thing remember, the time is up, only 1 minute is there. I have given in the morning some notes, difference between metals and non-metals. Please go through that. D and F block elements and except hydrogen and helium. These elements are what? Metals. Metals have large atomic size. Due to large atomic size, their outermost electron is more distant, more away from the nucleus. Therefore, loosely bond with the nucleus, the electron is lost easily. When they lose electron, they get positive charge. And when they get positive charge, you say it is positive ion called as cation. Called as a cation. Such property is called electropositivity. And this is the behavior. It is what? Symptoms of metal. చూడండి నేను రోగ లక్షణాలు చెప్పాను. సింప్టమ్ అంటే రోగ లక్షణాలు. ఇవాళ రేపు తుమ్మితే దగ్గితే హై ఫీవర్ వస్తే కరోనా వైరస్ అటాక్ అయినట్టు ఎనీ ఎలిమెంట్ having chance to lose electron and get positive charge is called metal. Or any element having chance to get swallow electron, gain electron and get negative charge is called electronegative and non-metal. So for this I gave a difference like notes. Please go through it. Then tomorrow we'll learn the atomic